we found somebody really, if we got a microphone, somebody here in the audience that has done something really bizarre. And you got to meet this guy. Could you stand up, please, sir, and kind of slip over this way? He's wearing a I Survived Montu t-shirt. And what is your name?
Alan Smith.
Alan, where are you from?
I'm from here, Tampa.
This is kind of like What's My Line? Alan, tell the audience at home what you did that's so unusual.
I rode the Montu 216 times. I'm going for 1,000 before the end of the year.
Boy,
and I'm going to be in the paper next week.
This is awesome. 216 times. Now, the Montu, if you're not aware, is the world's largest inverted roller coaster where your feet are hanging down. What possessed you to want to ride the thing 216 times?
I love roller coasters, and I moved here from Virginia just because of it.
Well, I love ice cream, but if I had 216 quarts of it, I'd be in bad shape.
There's a few nuts like me out there.
You moved from Virginia Beach here just because of the Montu?
Yes.
That's awesome. And you're going to ride it up to 1,000 times before the end of the year?
By the end of the year.
But you did get in the newspaper. I mean...
Yes, today we took shots today. St. Petersburg Times.
You took shots. Oh, you mean photograph shots. Right. I thought it was something because you're wacko or something like that. Anyway, good luck. We'll look for you in the St. Pete Times. And thanks for joining us here today on Harris Live. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday at noon 30. Good. Now, this is Alan Smith. I wish we were playing the old game, What's My Line, because then we'd let you guess what he is going to do that's very unusual. Alan, why don't you tell them?
Well, today at 2 p.m. I'm going to be going on Montu.
He's going to be riding the Montu. And how many times?
1,000.
1,000 times on the Montu.
Two more to go.
So you have already ridden it
998.
998 times, and we'll go for 2,000 this afternoon.
1,000.
Which means, 1,000, I'm sorry.
Don't get me ahead that far.
You've been upside down 7,000 times. His brains are scrambled. We'll see you tomorrow at noon 30 on Harris Live. Good luck to you, Alan, for sure.
Alan, turn around, Alan. Hold the picture up.
Not really. I just I think I'll keep going on until I hit 2,000, but I'm not promising when that's going to be. Well, I'm going to keep coming back and riding it. I'll just keep counting. That's all I can do. Just keep counting and see how long it takes me to get it.
You're excellent. You're smiling. That's cool. That is so cool. Oh my God. Where's the key? Oh my goodness. Look, cara, Junior.
expired, and I sent in my money in. Okay, that's great, yeah, because I would have come and no magazines or nothing. I was looking for It's exhilarating. It's like the first day I came here, the best ride ever.
You could call this guy a roller coaster fanatic. Today, Alan Smith rode the Montu for the 1,000th time. Busch Gardens has recorded him, and they do have documentation of his rides. Smith loves roller coasters so much, he says he moved to Tampa from Virginia just to ride Montu. So what's next for this thrill seeker? You guessed it, he says he wants to go on Montu another 1,000 times.
If you think you have a Montu problem, you probably do. Something to keep in mind. Bob Risikin for Drew Sorsher.
That guy sounds like he's got a little too much time on his hands.
I think so. A lot of money, too. It's
That's
not
expensive
free,
going to
right.
Busch Gardens.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Sure.
You know,
It's another type of wild ride. You'll meet a man who's rolled into the record books. All this twisting and turning is getting to be old hat to Alan Smith of Tampa. Today marked his 1,000th ride on the Montu roller coaster at Busch Gardens, if you can imagine such a thing. He thinks he's logged some 750 plus miles on the coaster. He says he goes to the park every single day. He is a member of the Roller Coaster Enthusiasts of America. Emphasis on enthusiast there, I think.
I've never ridden it once, nor will I. Chicken.
You're not alone.
I'm in the chicken club.
His entire life has been nothing but a roller coaster ride.
And you know, you wouldn't be too far off, because that story is next. A roller coaster buff with quite an addiction. He just loves Busch Gardens' newest roller coaster, the Montu. He can't get enough, and today Alan Smith challenged the ride for the 1,000th time.
1,000, excellent. It's a great ride. I recommend it to anybody who loves roller coasters.
And Smith is quite an expert. He's a member of the Worldwide Roller Coaster Association. His 7-year-old daughter is turning into quite a thrill seeker, too. She has challenged Busch Gardens' Python coaster more than 350 times. I guess they're making the most out of those season passes to the theme park. Otherwise, how could you afford that?
I tell you, and how do they have so much time?
I don't know, because half of it's spent in line, you know, way to get on the ride.
Montu delivered an incredible 3.85 Gs, a 104-foot vertical loop, and the world's very first inverted diving loop, dubbed the Immelman, after a World War I fighter pilot.
I moved here from Virginia because of this ride, because I love roller coasters. And I'm so hooked, I can't get off it. I'm here almost every other day, riding it a dozen times, and so far I'm up to 1,042 times total right now. This is a wild ride. It is the wildest one I've ever been on. It throws you and tosses you every which way at speeds of over 65 miles per hour. It's very unique what they've done to this design of roller coaster. Different inversions, different loops, underground, through ditches. It's the ultimate.
These are the true connoisseurs of the art of the roller coaster. Busch Gardens invited them for a preview.
Better let the pro do it. Introducing first in the yellow corner, we have the powerful Gwazi Lion. And his opponent in the blue corner, the quick and calculating Gwazi Tiger. The woman. Let's get ready to rumble!
Among the first to ride, members of an organization called the American Coaster Enthusiasts. The name speaks for itself. These are the true connoisseurs of the art of the roller coaster. Busch Gardens invited them for a preview.
The 1,000th time for each of them. Smith has also logged 3,800 rides on the roller coaster Montu, more than 1,500 rides on Kumba. Smith is a season pass holder who goes to Busch Gardens more than 120 times a year.
Gosh, that's more than some people go to work.
That's true. He knows everybody on a first-name basis, I'm sure.
He sure does.
A lot of hours on this ride. Plus, we'll meet Gwazi's repeat riders for a milestone at Busch Gardens. That's coming up next.
And they're off. Busch Gardens season pass holder Alan Smith and his daughter Jacqueline took off for a 1,000th ride on the Gwazi roller coaster this morning. He held his sign proud the whole trip through the wooden roller coaster, which has only been open since June, as you know. That means, do the math here, they tackled the Gwazi an average of 4 times a day with a total ride time of 39 hours. Alan and Jacqueline, by the way, got an armload of prizes from Busch Gardens after the trip. They then decided to cap off the day with ride 1001. Why not? Isn't that how you'd spend it?
That's exactly how I'd spend it. No word on whether or not they actually had something to eat during that time.
Bay Area man and his daughter are experts when it comes to riding roller coasters.
Coming up, we'll tell you why they set a new record at Busch Gardens today. Area man and his daughter rode into the record books today.
Alan Smith and his 10-year-old daughter took a ride on the Gwazi roller coaster, but this wasn't any ride. This was the 1,000th time each of them had gone on Gwazi. Smith's a season pass holder. He goes 120 times a year to Busch Gardens. Hey, thanks for watching.
See you tomorrow.
This is Alan Smith, and I was just interviewed by Bay News 9, which are leaving my house right now for the movie I'm in. That's premiering this Sunday, Life in a Day. They're getting ready to leave my house now. They just interviewed me on camera to be on the news station.
The Hillsborough County Band is making his feature film debut. Alan Smith lives in Dover, and he's featured in the new movie Life in a Day, which premiered tonight at the Movie Co. Theater in New Tampa. Take a look. The roller coaster enthusiast is one of 80,000 people who filmed a day in their life and then submitted the video. Well, his home movie was just one of 350 selected to be part of this feature film, which is being produced, by the way, by Ridley Scott.
Yes, it's going to be a documentary, and it's going to be a time capsule. When 100 years from now, when I'm not going to be here, people will be able to see the roller coaster I was on, me, and my legacy will go on.
For his entry, Smith filmed himself and his friends riding the Kraken roller coaster at SeaWorld in Orlando.
Heading theaters this week, a movie shot entirely in just one day. And the local band was part of all that action. The film premiered in select cities nationwide last night, including in Tampa. Bay News 9's Rick Elmhorst introduces us to the man getting his moment on the big screen.
U2, the National Geographic, teamed up for the movie. U2 got people from all over the world to submit video of what they did on July 24th, 2010.
Afraid of losing this place.
And one of the people to make the final cut is Dover roller coaster enthusiast Alan Smith. He submitted this video of himself and friends riding the Kraken coaster at SeaWorld in Orlando. Some of this video makes it into the ending of the movie.
I've been doing this filming for a couple of years now. I do roller coasters, trains, and I happen to submit this roller coaster video.
And considering just how many people submitted video, Smith is feeling pretty good about things.
Great, it was like a lottery. 80,000 people. I never thought I'd have the chance for my film work to be on the big screen.
There was a special screening of Life in the Day over the weekend at the Starlight 20 in New Tampa. And the nationwide release for Life in a Day is set for this coming Friday. Rick Elmhorst, Bay News 9.
All right, Rick, thank you. Life in a Day was produced by Ridley Scott, who's best known for the movies Black Hawk Down, Kingdom of Heaven, and Gladiator.
Hi, this is Alan Smith and April Schultz. We are here in New Tampa getting ready to go see our movie, Life in a Day. We have the tickets right here. The movie theater gave us complimentary passes to go see our show. We just came from an interview with Fox 13. It's going to be on the news channels tonight, and the tickets are right here. Well, my movie Life in a Day is about to start soon. Waiting to see if any more people are coming in. Oh, here's me and April getting ready to go in to see our premiere, Life in a Day. You ready?
Yeah, once you do it online, but...
Huh?
Good morning, everyone.
Hola.
I love life.
I really love my family.
I love football.
Do you both promise to love and treasure each other?
We do. I'm afraid of losing this place.
I fear any kind of monster.
Dogs.
Growing up.
Politics scares me more than anything.
Stay safe.
When I close my eyes, I can see all different people in the world. I can feel it, I can touch it, I can see it.
Best day ever.
Here's me, April and Robert on the Kraken! Ah!
It's time to say goodbye to a piece of Busch Gardens history. The train pulled into the Gwazi station for the last time tonight. Many people took advantage of the beautiful weather to take one last ride on Gwazi. The ride opened in 1999 as the state's first dueling wooden roller coaster. Fox 13 photojournalist Corey Clark caught up with some folks who are sad to see it go.
Gwazi opened in 1999. Today is the last day you will be running Gwazi.
From the moment you go on, you know it's an adrenaline rush.
The old classic click and clack up the track when it goes up the lift. In about 3 months' time, we rode it 1,000 times. We were coming here every day, riding it 25, 30 times a day, and we accumulated 1,000 times.
On a steel coaster, you might have 16,000 bolted connections you've got to inspect and tighten. This one has 2 million bolted connections.
It's a wild ride. It throws you and tosses you every which way. I mean, up and down, sideways. It might be a bumpy ride, but it's a thrill. It's one of those jerkers, you know.
We had to come and ride it one last time before it's gone. Or coming up.
I found out it was closing down today, and I had to be here for the last ride because I was one of the first people on it, and now I get to be one of the last people on it.
It's been part of our fabric since 1999. You know, I think it's a little sad for everybody.
Great ride. But Busch Gardens officials tell us no decisions have been made yet for that area of the park.
Right over my shoulder here, this is one of the oldest roller coasters at Busch Gardens, and it's hit the track for the very last time. Gwazi made its final lap tonight after 15 years at the park. 10 News reporter Bobby Lewis shows us how much the ride is going to be missed by die-hard coaster fans.
After 15 creaky, curvy years, Gwazi is roaring to a close.
We've been on it since we were little, and it's the last day, so we just want to enjoy it one last time.
I just had to experience it one last time before the wooden roller coaster went away.
I've met people coming off, and I've met some that say, "Save Gwazi," you know. But today's the last day.
When it was built, Gwazi was one of the largest, fastest wooden roller coasters in the country. But now, larger, faster, newer rides are taking over at Busch Gardens. And it's hard to say goodbye for Gwazi's biggest fans.
When this ride goes away, I'm going to be heartbroken because me and my daughter were the first ones to ride this. She's 25 years old and not here today, but I'm going to miss having her with me for the last ride tonight.
Busch Gardens estimates that 15 million people have ridden this ride since it opened in 1999, but they say it's time for a change. Gwazi will be done after Sunday, but not before one last ride. And fittingly, the man who rode it first will ride it last.
I'll be the last person. Last train, last road.
Are you looking forward to it?
Well, no, not really. I mean, it's a great attraction for us. It's bittersweet that we're going to be closing it.
In Tampa, I'm Bobby Lewis, 10 News.
It's an adrenaline rush. Of course, it's got older and rougher, but it's still unique. One of the kind coasters here we're going to miss.
So far, no word yet on what will replace the ride, but we'll keep you posted.
And the good news, he's now a sponsor for Doan's Pills.
Yeah, for the backache.
The back injuries for riding that, all that stuff.
He's official spokesman.
Oh, wow! All right, it seemed like every other train this man had ever seen. He loves trains, but this was not part of the plan. As his camera was rolling, a coupling broke and the train split into two parts. Two trains. It happened in eastern Hillsborough County, and Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon is going to show you now more of the video and talks to the man who shot it.
We're going to be following him through Dover, Florida.
Alan Smith lives and breathes trains. But when he happened to catch this train split in half, he couldn't believe it.
We got an emergency here!
It would only take seconds for both halves of the train to stop, and Alan kept rolling.
It sounded like, almost like it was going to derail. It sounded like a bunch of metal hitting metal.
Now, the train came to a stop here, about 3/4 of a mile from where it originally separated.
And that's when I figured, okay, something happened. The engineer's way up ahead, so I went up there to get him and bring him back to this location.
Alan brought the conductor and his tools to the other half of the train, and they went to work.
That's what I probably heard on the track going bang, bang.
He says the video shows a knuckle that holds the cars together had busted.
He told me that this rarely happens, but when it does, it's no big deal.
But it was a big deal to Alan.
You never know. It's like a lottery ticket. It's very rare for that to happen. You don't see it every day.
And he found a keepsake.
It's pretty heavy, just for half a knuckle.
Kimberly Quizon.
And that'll be part of my keepsake to remember this day.
Fox 13 News.
Well, CSX is not talking about this just yet, but the folks we found who love trains, well, they had plenty to say. They say, yes, it is a rare thing to see, certainly to catch on video like this, and it may look and sound dramatic here with the brakes screeching like that, but these are automatic braking systems kicking in and doing exactly what they're supposed to do. The back end of the train was brought to a safe stop.
We're going to turn now to another danger on America's roadways, and we've all come to one of those train crossings with those flashing lights, those warnings. But what happens when those warnings are obscured or not working? It can turn deadly, even if you're trying to see for yourself if that train is coming. Deborah Roberts tonight at one train crossing that will have us all thinking about the next time we cross the tracks.
Admit it. You probably thought about it, maybe even done it. Despite the clanging bells and those gates intended as barriers, an inner speed demon can take over. Rushing, scrambling, dodging, all with one reckless idea: beating the oncoming train.
Most common thing I see that they hesitate, they don't want to wait, they go around the gates.
Alan Smith has seen it all. A fanatic for trains, he posts some of those daredevils on his YouTube site, Millenniumforce.
Now that's a...
Alan Smith is a thrill seeker. The Doberman spent his teen years working at Six Flags and has ridden more roller coasters than he can count. But his passion is trains. Last month, he hit the road for the trip of a lifetime. 1010 Bay reporter Bobby Lewis is out on the road with a man determined to bring joy to viewers through his YouTube channel.
Few thrills can rival a good roller coaster. Twists and turns, ups and downs. Alan Smith loves them all.
At Busch Gardens, I'm on the record there for riding Gwazi Montu 1,000 times, and with my daughter Gwazi 1,000 times.
Alan has been on too many coasters to count, but his favorite ride has always been trains. And he's been tracking his passion on YouTube since 2006.
And it picked up, and I started really getting my audience about 3 years ago, where I hit the silver play button, 100,000 subscribers.
Alan's YouTube page, Millenniumforce, has quite the following.
One of my videos has got 21 million views.
A page that's part comedy, part kooky, with a much greater purpose than clicks.
So I'm getting all these comments saying they look up to me, I inspire them, I wish you were my father. Some were heartfelt comments that made me cry. One boy wanted to end his life, and I had to talk him out of it. It was very sad.
Where are you this morning?
I'm in a town called Mason, Ohio.
Alan and a friend set out on a cross-country road trip in May to visit train sites and theme parks, film them, and meet their online subscribers. A chance to see people he's influenced face to face.
It brings tears to my eyes.
Which has become the greatest ride of his life.
It touches my heart. That's why I got to keep doing this. And then all of a sudden, when I got to meet them and see their situation and how much joy I bring in their life, I'm like, wow, this is something, I can't stop doing this.
And now he gets to meet those special people that he's had such an influence on. Alan says many of his subscribers are kids that deal with special needs. His trip will cover over 11,000 miles, and he'll make stops in 27 different states.
This has been a Millenniumforce presentation, y'all. Come back and see me sometime. With that, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up like button. And I don't mean the thumbs up like